Hello and welcome to my studio. I'm Noemi from Pigeon Art and today I'm going to be working on more of my clothes that need fixing up. Starting with these boots. I have trouble fitting into these sorts of high boots because I have muscly legs, and as you can see here from wearing them, I've cracked the plastic just because of the way it pushes it down. And look, they're a bit old, so the plastic isn't as the rubber isn't as good as it was. So I'm going to try and cut it to about here. And then I've got this shoe repair glue and see if that works. This bit here that's falling off anyway. Hopefully if it comes apart from the rubber when I'm cutting it, I can glue it back down. And the third one is this, it's called an infinity dress. So it's a big tube and then with really long, where is it? Two really long straps, I guess. Sashes, which you can then wear into lots of different shapes for a dress. Firstly, the skirt's too long for me. It has to sit up here to not touch the ground. Also, I don't wear it as a dress because I tried to wear it as a dress to a wedding and it felt too bridesmaidy. I don't want to look like I'm trying to be a bridesmaid at someone's wedding. And if I am a bridesmaid, I tend not to be able to choose my dress. I have worn it as a skirt to a wedding. Put it up there with a top, and I will try and make some changes to it so that I can wear it as a skirt more often. These get really bulky when I wear it as a skirt, so I'm thinking I might detach these and maybe only reattach one or two of this so that it's still a skirt. I can still wear it with a beautiful tie in the front, but it's not as bulky and it's not as difficult to tie up. So, and I will also, obviously, like I said, have to re-hem it. I don't know if I'm gonna just cut it and hope it doesn't fray like other knit fabrics, or if I am going to actually give it a proper hem. This is the hem they've got on. It's not the most highest quality. I think that's everything I wanted to tell you, so straight into it. I probably should have given them a clean before bringing them into my studio, but we're here now. I wear these every time it floods in Western Sydney, which is all the time. I'm gonna follow the line, I think, just at first. I don't know how well these scissors are going. Oh, it cuts fine. Cut through here. If I flatten it out, it's a bit easier to get in. I will follow this line still. So that's one. Yeah, I've got painter's tape and, like I showed you before, some shoe repair glue. Make sure it's easy enough to put on and off. It is. I'll try the other one as well. That's the one with the crack in it. Ugh, bin. Ugh. So, I'm going to glue them up and we'll see how we go. Okay, so these, bin. Ugh. So this is coming off here. So I will glue it back down. And now, before it dries, I think I'll use this. Try and go. So that's one. Let that dry. I might try and glue this back down as well here, seeing as we're here. Ugh. Okay. Okay. Hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully that helps. I doubt it's going to do much, but we'll see when I take off the tape anyway. All right. Ooh. It says to, no, it's just the safety information, so nothing about how long it takes to set. Okay, fine by me, I will just leave them overnight. All right, so I'm gonna put these aside and let them dry overnight, and then we can try them on tomorrow. Okay, so hands thoroughly washed, desk thoroughly wiped down. We're good to go with the rest. Why am I so white? The lighting outside's rather disturbing. Anyway, so I've got my dressmaking form from the other room, but first I want to cut them off. I think I'll do a mixture of cutting and unpicking. So I'm going to unpick this bit here, this here, and then I'm going to cut it off here, because if I cut it off here, it's going to be noticeable from the front. And if I unpick this, it's going to undo all of that overlocking, and I don't want to do that because then I have to redo it. You probably couldn't see any of that, but I'm going to unpick this one, this line of sewing here, and I'm going to cut it over here. Then I need to find out if I have threads the right color. This might be enough. But that's the only one that's close, so. By the way, I bought this for $2. I mean, some of them are mine that I've added to it, but most of them were in here. Bought it for $2 at the op shop. So if you ever see these, grab them, because you never know what color you're going to want to sew in, and $2 is cheaper than a whole one of these new. So I'm going to keep unpicking this off camera because it's going to take me a while, and unpicking is the most boring thing you could possibly watch. I've unpicked as much, all of the bits I can unpick. I'm going to cut as close to the overlocking as possible. A bit together, let's try and. Got the fabric underneath, but luckily that's the bit I'm not keeping. It's also going to get cut off. Let's have a look at this. So this is what it now looks like. I'll probably just put one of these back in my fabric stash. Cut this bit off because I don't need this triangle bit that would normally be used around the bust. And I can sew that, oof, what a terrible cut. I can sew that up when I'm doing the rests of the sewing. I'm gonna go put this on the dress form, decide what length I'm gonna cut it at, and then we'll see how we go. I really wish you weren't in the way all the time. Not really sure how much to cut off, but let's 6 centimeters is what it's at. Let's just cut off, I'm going to use a tape measure and maybe cut off about 5 centimeters and then I'll try it on. So 5 centimeters is about 2 inches. Might be easier to just do it flat actually. So this is where I got it quite tired and I decided to have a 3-hour nap and came back to this the next day. I was really not feeling like talking to camera, so the rest of this video is going to be voiceover. I ended up taking out my sewing machine for no reason because I ended up hand stitching the opening of the sash closed because that would allow me to use an invisible stitch. I then hand stitched the sash onto the skirt. And this is how it looks. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I actually wore it at a wedding this weekend and it was perfect. Not too long, didn't trip over my skirt all the time, and it was not too bulky in the front. So I haven't forgotten about these shoes. They have been setting for 24 hours. Yeah, it seems to have worked. We'll see how long that lasts, but I can put them on and off really easily, and I'm probably going to wear them a lot more around the garden. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, feel free to give it a like. It really helps me out. I upload every second Sunday with art, DIY and sewing videos. So I hope to see you then. Bye!